Uzbekistan purchased Korean trains just after signing a railway cooperation agreement with China. What is the reason? Recently, South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol opened a state visit to 3 Central Asian countries, seeking to strengthen supply chain cooperation and trying to establish a South Korean Silk Road. This concept is the third regional strategy launched by the Yoon Suk-yeol government after the Indo-Pacific strategy, and the concept of cooperation between South Korea and ASEAN. Its purpose is to combine South Korea's innovation capabilities with the rich resources and development potential of Central Asia, to create a new way of cooperation. During this period, the most eye-catching cooperation was a high-speed train purchase agreement signed between South Korea and Uzbekistan. The content of the agreement is that Uzbekistan will purchase 6 high-speed trains, with a speed of up to 250 kilometers per hour independently developed by South Korea, at a price of nearly $200 million. Each train includes 7 carriages. At the same time, South Korea will also provide Uzbekistan with maintenance and warranty services for 2 years of minor maintenance and 9 months of major maintenance. It is worth mentioning that this transaction is the first time that South Korea has exported domestic bullet trains, so the Korean media also raised the tone when reporting, saying that this transaction will kick off the Korean high-speed rail's entry into overseas markets. Of course, some media also compared this matter with China's high-speed rail, saying that South Korea's high-speed rail has the potential to catch up with the latecomers, and took this opportunity to advertise themselves. Let us learn more about it in this video. The reason why the outside world links this cooperation between South Korea and Uzbekistan with China is also related to Uzbekistan's recent developments. Recently, China, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan signed an agreement in Beijing to reach a consensus on promoting the construction of the China-Kyrgyzstan-Uzbekistan Railway, which means that the railway, which has been shelved for nearly 30 years, is finally going to start construction. As we all know, Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan are both landlocked countries. Currently, there are airplanes and roads between them and China, but there is no railway. Therefore, for a long time, if the goods of Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan want to be transported to China, they not only need to go through Kazakhstan, but also have to pay a toll, which is very uneconomical. Therefore, the China-Kyrgyzstan-Uzbekistan Railway is not only a simple transportation line, but also has great geo-economic value. The reason why the China-Kyrgyzstan-Uzbekistan Railway project can be implemented is that Russia is hindered by Ukrainian affairs and has lost the ability to intervene further. But the more critical point is that the financial obstacles of the project have been overcome. It is reported that the railway is mainly built by China National Railway Corporation. At the same time, given the funding problems faced by Kyrgyzstan, the required $1.34 billion investment will also be provided by China. After that, Uzbek President Shavkat Mirziyoyev also met with senior Chinese officials in order to ask China for a guarantee in person to ensure the smooth start of the project. Against the backdrop of such friendly exchanges, if Uzbekistan wishes to promote the high-speed railway project, it can actually work with China. In this way, not only can the bilateral cooperation between China and Uzbekistan be further deepened, but China can also use its advanced infrastructure construction technology to assist Uzbekistan in building its railway network and connecting it to the China-Kyrgyzstan-Uzbekistan Railway. This is undoubtedly the best of both worlds. However, after signing the railway agreement with China, Uzbekistan chose to purchase Korean high-speed railway trains. This behavior will inevitably give the outside world a misunderstanding that South Korea has beaten China in this cooperation and may even feel betrayed. But I think we should still look at this cooperation between South Korea and Uzbekistan rationally. In fact, in addition to the purchase of high-speed railway trains, the cooperation between South Korea and Uzbekistan also signed 17 documents on large-scale infrastructure and mineral investment in Uzbekistan. Among them, the Korea Railroad Corporation signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Railway Cooperation with the Uzbek Railway Company, laying the foundation for the South Korean company to join the bidding for the $5.35 billion toll road project. The project connects Uzbekistan's capital Tashkent and the country's most densely populated Andijan and is about 320 kilometers long. In addition, regarding the issue of the supply chain of important minerals, the two countries decided to strengthen supply chain cooperation in Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan has rich reserves of two strategic resources, tungsten and molybdenum, which are necessary resources for South Korea to manufacture semiconductor chips and electric vehicle batteries. It is not difficult to see that this kind of cooperation is also an exchange of interests for the Mirziyoyev government, seeking to boost the economy. But the more important reason is that Uzbekistan's current high-speed rail is built according to Spanish standards. It has been in operation since 2011, connecting Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan, and the ancient city of Samarkand. South Korea's high-speed rail is also built with reference to Western standards. So whether from a technical perspective or in terms of matching, it is obviously more appropriate to choose South Korea. Besides, the China-Kyrgyzstan-Uzbekistan railway cooperation actually focuses more on freight transportation and economic cooperation within the region. Uzbekistan's introduction of South Korea's high-speed rail is mainly to improve its own domestic transportation efficiency and passenger service quality. Both types of cooperation are part of Uzbekistan's comprehensive diplomatic and economic development strategy and should not be confused. As for China's high-speed rail, it has long been a resounding business card in the world. Now Thailand, Vietnam and other Southeast Asian countries are enthusiastic about it, and China is not worried about the lack of orders. But to be honest, although South Korea has won this order, it does not mean that it can sit back and relax. Because South Korea's limited land area, limited test sites and lack of overseas experience are all practical challenges it faces. But for China, as long as the China-Kyrgyzstan-Uzbekistan railway can be successfully completed, it can also realize its strategic layout in Central Asia. There is no need to be too entangled in the gains and losses in front of it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.